What is going on, boys? Happy Friday night. Just out here in the garage getting ready to bring you another video. This time I'm going to be showing you how to replace the PCV valve on 2000 Subaru Impreza, and this will be very similar for a lot of other Subaru models. So if you've been having rough idling issues, seem to be low on power, getting the check engine light still for the idle air control valve, this might help you. So just wanted to shout out my buddy Mikey that sent me these side skirts a year or two back. He mentioned to me in Facebook that this could possibly be another issue that would be throwing the code. So in my last video, I showed you how to clean out the IACV valve and clean the throttle body. So yeah, today I'm going to be showing you how to replace the idle air control valve, or PCV valve, positive crankcase valve. So this is something that you can still get from Subaru. As you can see here, there's the part number. And yeah, just a very simple part. You come up around the intake area, and you're gonna want to follow the piping right here. It's gonna come to these clamps, and if you very slightly move these back, you can see there's the PCV valve. So I just need to unclamp this and move this back, and we can go ahead and replace that with our 19mm deep socket. And yeah, so we definitely want to make sure that we're very easy with this, because if this breaks again, old pipes, old tubing, rubber gets pretty hard and solid, might be hard to do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and loosen this clamp and try and get this out. All right, so as you can see, I moved the clamps down. This thing is still focusing. And we've got the PCV valve exposed right there. So if you can't get your 19mm box end wrench down there, you can take a heat gun and heat up the rubber on these for a couple of minutes. You don't want to burn anything up or do anything like that, but what it does, it'll loosen the rubber to where you can slowly slide this off. And as you can see, this thing is pretty worn down. Oh man, yeah, that thing is pretty bad. So, and it smells like oil. Like, I just heated that up. It smells like the car was just running for a few hours on the highway or something like that. Man, it smells like oil. So now we're gonna take our 19mm deep socket and go ahead and put that right on there. Again, making sure that we're not gonna damage anything. You might have to unplug the IACV valve and the throttle cable, but yeah, so shouldn't take too much pressure to get that up. Might have to get back to you whenever I put two hands on it, but yeah, put that on there and then loosen it up. And like I said, definitely better to use two hands instead of one, but as you can see, she's coming out. So I'm gonna go ahead and loosen this up and get it out. Oh, there it goes. Again, better to do this with both hands so I don't drop this into the engine bay. So let's see here. And out it comes. So there's the inside, and man, does this thing stink. As you can see there it is. And that looks like some leftover seal or Teflon tape, you know, thread locker in there, but whew, this thing is in rough shape, guys. Let's see. Whew. Yeah, she is clogged. Yeah, that's how the old one sounds, and here's a new one. So it's definitely time. So yeah, this is what happens when you have a clogged PCV valve. So all I'm gonna do now, go ahead and put this back in there and attach that hose, and that is how you change the PCV valve. All right, and before you put the new PCV valve in, you'll want to make sure that there's no extra debris or anything in the way. And then obviously anytime you put something back in that has threads, you want to make sure that you're not going to cross thread it. So definitely start this by hand before we get our 19 millimeter back on there. And yeah, essentially that's it. So hope you guys enjoyed this. I've been tracing down this issue for the last month or two, still getting those check engine lights. I did replace the IACV gasket, cleaned out the throttle body and the IACV valve. So yeah, this could be one of those things. Again, shout out to Mikey for helping me out. And yeah, go ahead and make sure there's no vacuum leaks or anything. I didn't notice any cracks with this piping, so go ahead and get back on the road. So appreciate you guys checking out the video, and I'll see you in the next one.